What is up, YouTube? This is Danny, and this is Coffee with Danny. And today we got a little something interesting. I'm going to do a tier list, but this time I'm going to do it should be box office movies that have hit 1 billion or higher nationally or globally, I guess I could say. I believe I've seen most of these movies, probably not all of them. So I'm going to give you my interpretation of where they rank. If I haven't seen it, I may just leave it on the bottom. We'll see how bad that list gets. But let's get right into it. So have your sip of coffee, drive to work. Hugo. That's a movie. That's a good movie, actually. That's an underrated movie. You should watch Hugo this weekend with your kids because, why not? All right, let's get right into it. I'm going to pick random movies here to start with because I feel like there's a few in the beginning on this picture list that are some obvious winners or losers. You'll have to find out to say. But let's start with live action Lion King. I'm going to be completely honest. Never needed to be made. I've heard it was a complete copy, and I'm going to go with, nah, I haven't watched this movie, and I don't plan to ever watch this movie. Huge Disney fan, if you haven't already called on that. I think I have a Disney shirt on today. Yeah, we got a Quest Master, because you need to go watch this movie. It's a great movie. Got to think of the name, Onward. Great movie, hit during COVID. You've probably never seen it, but you should go watch it. But Lion King re-action, nah, we didn't need it. Disney, I'm sorry. I get it. Make $1 billion, go make something else. I get it. I didn't need it. We didn't need to see it. So let's kick it off with Titanic. Titanic's long. And if you can remember back in the day, you had 2 VHSs just to watch this movie. I really don't think it's that great. Sorry, guys, I said it. But I'm going to put that under, is James Cameron Titanic or Steven Spielberg Titanic? I'll have to double check on that. But anyway, I'm going to put it at kind of messy. It's a good movie, guys. We get it. The boat sinks. Spoiler alert, guys. They're going down. Rose is going down. Leo's going down. They're all going down. Anyhow, it's kind of messy. That's just where I rank Titanic. It's okay. All right, let's talk about something fun, though. We'll start going in order here. Is this Avatar 2? I can't tell from the picture here, so we're going to assume this is Avatar 2. Avatar 2 is kind of messy. I liked Avatar 1. I'm going to be honest. Avatar's not my favorite franchise in the world. But Avatar 2, the whole well in the water world was cool. It was way too long. That's my overall argument with these. And I know they're going to cut them down eventually for 4 and 5. I know they want to save money in production. They're just too long of a movies. Cut all the boring parts and give me the good stuff. And you too could have been as good as Avatar 1. So Avatar 1, I'm going to put it as a spotlight. It does kind of change the game. The special effects, insane in all of them. By all means, if we had to rate special effects in Avatar, Hall of Fame, right? We know the special effects are top tier. Great job there, James Cameron. You know what you're doing there in that world and getting the right people aligned in the tech side. I'll put Avatar as a spotlight movie. If you've never seen the first Avatar, you need to go see it because it was written with the hopes of making more Avatars. So it's not focused on really the trilogy, I don't feel like at the time, but it's just a really good story of going to a different world and probably how space exploration will be one day. We'll need a mineral. We'll go there and mine it as humans or whatever species. Anywho, let's go on to the next one. Let's go to, is this Avengers Endgame? We're going to put this Avengers with Endgame if it's not Infinity Stones or Endgame. They are not a good time. I like some Marvel movies. Don't get me wrong. I love some superheroes. I'm huge on superheroes. Marvel, we're going to go find Endgame. It's got to be this one. Or is this the original Avengers? All right, we're going to pretend like this is Endgame. I can't tell. I can see a lot of the big guys, but I don't see Thanos, which makes me question it. I feel like one of these two here have got to be Endgame. We're going to pretend like it's Endgame, and the one right before Endgame, I can't even think of the name, the Infinity Gauntlet Stones. They're terrible. They're terrible, guys. I don't get the hype. I don't get why everyone was freaking out, acting like it was the greatest thing ever. It was boring. The whole story was boring. Oh, Captain America grew old. Iron Man died. Sorry, spoiler, guys. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of spoilers in this, so if you haven't seen all these movies, I'm not going to spoil all the ones I haven't think you've seen, but I feel like most people, if you're into Marvel at this point, you've seen all the Avengers movies. It's boring. I honestly, no, dropping it to nah. Both of them are going to nah. They're not good. They're not good, guys. I'm sorry. I said it. All right. Man, it is really hard to figure out which Star Wars this is. We're going to pretend like this is episode 7. Because I can see... Yeah. This is the first one, right? It's a good time. I didn't like when they came back and they did the whole Ray trilogy. The problem I had with it is Han Solo seemed like wasted space, and Princess Leia also seemed like wasted space. It felt like they were in there for nostalgic grabs, and if they weren't in the movies, I think I would have enjoyed them a lot more because it really just felt like they were in there to essentially die. And you knew that coming in just because of their ages, actors and actresses. And I didn't appreciate that. I think Finn should have been a more highlighted character, and I wish Finn would have had honestly a whole sequel and prequel series. I don't know which way I want to go with. Probably not prequel, but sequel. I think Finn could have been cooler to keep growing on. That movie just nah. It's a no for me. All right, Spider Ways is No Way Home. One's with all three Spider Man. That was great. If you had the chance to see this movie in theater, saw it with some friends, and you even if you had some ideas of like there's some crazy stuff going to happen, but you don't actually know, you were not actually spoiled at that time. This movie hit so hard in the theaters that I'm going to say this was probably a top tier theater experience because you heard there were some rumors, but you didn't actually know. Most people in that movie theater had no time to look it up and read it back then. Things have changed off, like everything gets spoiled so quickly. Technology, social has changed so much, but that was great. You got to see Andrew, Toby, all in the same theater with Tom Holland. Fun story, made sense for the overall cinematic universe, in my opinion. That was a win. That was a win. All right, Jurassic World. Dang, that's a good time. People hate it. I don't get it. And I think it's a Pratt effect. People don't like Chris Pratt or you like Chris Pratt. There's really not an in between. I feel like you either hate him or you like him. I like Chris Pratt more so from like Parks and Rec. I think he is funnier when he's larger, overweight, and not big. And now he plays the same character over and over again. And this is that character stereotype, the macho in charge kind of guy. But I liked what they did with Blue, the dinosaur Blue, and how he kind of trained that particular raptor. I think Jurassic World was a good time. I like going back to the island, back to Jurassic Park. It's a new version. It's cooler. It's quote unquote safer. And I like that idea of that's how you reboot it. I know after Jurassic World, I don't know if these are going to be on there, but New World and the one following after that, it didn't hit at all. But Jurassic World was a good movie, and I would say that's definitely a good time. If you haven't seen it, go watch Jurassic World. Honestly, go watch the new Jurassic Park with Scarlett Johansson. People hate it. I think it's good. It's not great. You know what you're getting. It's a Jurassic Park movie. I think they could have upped it. I think if they put a little more time in the story. Anywho, that's not what this is about. All right, Avengers, though. As much as I'm not a big Marvel fan, and as much as Avengers story isn't the most mind blowing, at the exact time, if you were here to witness this movie in theaters, never before has there been all of these giant superheroes in one long movie. I usually don't like longer movies. I don't know the runtime on this movie, but it's longer compared to superhero movies of its time, where this is the entry story, this is the superhero. That movie was good back then. And I mean, you got a lot of your core Marvel characters probably at mostly their peak. So you got them at their peak. The story was it the best in the world? No, but I gotta say it's still a Hall of Fame just because it hadn't been done before. It's kind of like no Spotlight. We're gonna drop it in Spotlight because I like to compare it to Avatar at this point. Like Avatar, the effects, it's never been done before. Avengers, the concept of putting everyone together, it's never been done before, and that was great. All right, so I'm gonna be honest, guys. Furious 7, Fast and Furious 7. I don't know if I've seen 7, so we're gonna leave that down there. And I have not seen Top Gun. Shame on me. That one actually I want to see Maverick. Top Gun Maverick. I do want to see that. I think they're making a sequel. Pretty soon. So I need to see that before the sequel starts getting thrown on the trailers. But Frozen 2, let's talk about Frozen first. Frozen was crazy. I didn't watch it when it came out. Wasn't in my age group. I wasn't going to go see a princess movie at that time in my life. Didn't have kids. And it was everywhere. I remember seeking down the Hallmark Olaf ornament the first year it came out. And you had to get your name on a list. to get that ornament. It's not even a valuable ornament. I don't think today. Maybe it is, but I should make an ornament video. I think you guys would be mind blown with how many ornaments we have. But Frozen is a wonderful spotlight. I almost want to put it at Hall of Fame, but I can't put everything at Hall of Fame. Frozen is a spotlight movie, though. Every song that I can think of in that movie is great, well written, well performed. The drawing, the animation, the 3D sculpts, everything is perfect. It tells that perfect Disney princess story, which a lot of people do love. It's got the comedic aspects. And then it also is really more about sisters' love. So that's cool. I don't think they've did that really maybe they have done that in plenty of things, but I like the story that it's told. And then you have Frozen 2. A lot of people don't like Frozen 2 as much as Frozen 1. In that category, even though I think Frozen 3 is going to be crazy. I don't know if I've told you my theory, but Anna's definitely going to have fire powers. Um, Frozen 2, I remember seeing that in theaters like it was yesterday, and the theater was pretty empty. But I do remember my wife saying that there was a girl near the bathroom being like, I like that song, mommy. So I know for the kids at the time, it was still a spotlight. It was good. Into the Unknown's a good song. I'm not hating on it. I think the opening song, when you get a little bit older, is a good hit. The story's a little bit boring, but I'm going to use that loosely because it's pretty creative, right? And I think it sets up Frozen to be more than just one movie. It sets Arendelle for, generations and stories to come. So I'm pretty excited for Frozen 3. So good job, Disney. Good job. Keep up Frozen 2. All right, Barbie. Kind of messy. Barbie was huge, y'all. If you had a licensed product and it was Barbie, it was selling out the yin yang. I remember buying a Barbie just in case if I had a daughter one day down the line, and we did. So kiddos to me, because I got one of those Barbies thinking like, oh, this would be cool to have because it's a Barbie movie. It's probably never gonna be done before again. Live action. It's funny. Ryan Gosling carries the show. Sorry, Robbie. I can't even think of your name right now. Kind of boring. This plot's really boring, completely predictable, and it didn't hit for me. And Will Ferrell, why are you in this? Barbie's pretty bad. It's pretty messy. It's pretty messy with good moments. I like the idea of telling stories. Toys a story. Of course, Toy Story is always a good one, but it's kind of boring, kind of messy, guys. So let's get it. This is Age of Ultron. It looks like I I'd be honest. I don't know if I've seen Age of Ultron twice, so I'm gonna put it as kind of messy. I remember seeing the movie. Um, it's just not. That first Avengers was so exciting and so different. I think this one I was expecting more, and it was just like you're fighting a robot, and I'm sick of fighting robots. Don't make a villain a robot. If you want a good villain, don't make it a robot. Make it actually something different. I don't know. It wasn't that good. I mean, you get some cool fight scenes and sequences. I think Bucky's in that one first. Is Bucky's big appearance in this one? I think Bucky's, if I'm thinking correctly, Bucky's in there a lot. He's cool. Anywho, all right, Super Mario movie. Whoo, gosh, man, I love the cast on this. This is great cast. Jack Black, Peach's song, everything is good. Chris Pratt does a great Mario, as much as I hated on him earlier, but he does a great Mario. And a lot of people were scared about that. He does a great Mario. Is the story anything crazy? No, but a lot of people still haven't seen it. It's a great job. They give you a lot of Easter eggs from all the video games and stuff I remember playing, but they tell a kid-friendly story very well. Is it going to blow your mind? It's not, but you need to see it once. If you're a Mario fan, you've played a Mario game, go see that movie. I have not seen the second one. I know. I want to see Rosalina, so yeah. Anywho, all right. Spider-Man, or sorry, Harry Potter. I'm gonna go. This is Deathly Hollows, part 1 or 2. I am a huge Harry Potter fan, so right now I just have it sitting right there. But I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. Love it. Shame we won't ever get another Daniel Radcliffe, Emily Rupert, all that. We're just never gonna get that. Emma Watson, sorry, I don't know if I said Emily. Emma or Rupert, probably movie ever. Maybe we'll get surprised and there'll be a reboot when they're, another 10 years older and they're in their 40s and they do some kind of story. The Cursed Child, who knows? But will we actually ever get a movie like it hit back then with the full cast? No, because a lot of them have passed and everything like that. So it's kind of sad. We're not going to get that again. They're going to look older, and it's going to be the Star Wars like we just talked about. If we're going to do it in 10, 20 years, it's going to be older. I am looking forward to the HBO show. It's going to be mind blowing. It's going to be great. It's going to be the next generation. If you're hating on it, you don't like Harry Potter, because guess what? You can either have this new Harry Potter TV show where you can get a lot of details from the books, or you can have nothing. Are we going to get the Marauders map? Maybe one day if this HBO show blows up, but if you don't support that HBO show, you're not getting that Marauders map story. You're not getting the Dumbledore story. You're not getting Fantastic Beasts 4. Forget it. You're not getting that ever. But Johnny Depp, come back. All right, anywho, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. We'll say part 1 and part 2 together if they're in here separately. I love it. Spotlight. Absolutely love it. I still wonder though, is like Neville actually the prophecy, just because they're born on the same day? I have a lot of questions that I would love to sit down and be like, did you steer a store at Harry Potter? But it's actually Neville, because he does make a huge play at the end that kind of does, is he the prophecy? It's up in the air. All right. Anywho, is this Black Panther? Yes, it is. Black Panther's good. Black Panther was good. And I know like it got so much hype, it's primarily a African American cast, great for them, kiddos, but that's a good movie. I like Black Panther. That story's fun. I mean, sad to hear, the main actor passed away and everything like that. It's never going to be what it was, but that's a good time. All right, another Jurassic Park New World. I kind of already touched on this, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw it down here. Nah, anyone's past the first Jurassic World are just not good. Just not. Don't put tech on dinos. I just want to see people in a dinosaur area trying to survive. Don't try to do a tech story with it. Anywho, all right, Star Wars again. I think this is episode 9. It's kind of hard, man. These are really tough to say. I think this is the last one, The Last Jedi. I think it's hard to say. I liked it. It's a good time. I think the ending is a little weak, and I kind of wish Rey would have just had a fight Kylo and they didn't kind of become buddies in the end. I get what they tried to do. I don't think it landed like they hoped. Kylo was a weak bad guy the whole time, though. We knew he wasn't going to be Darth Vader, but I think that was going to be your chance to try to become the next Darth Vader. If we didn't fear you as Darth Vader in 7, 8, and 9, maybe by the end of 9 we could. And I think he should have stayed on the evil route. Or if you would have flipped Rey to being evil, would have been so much more clever. And then it would have really felt like a Star Wars story. If Rey would have went bad by the end, would have been super exciting and thrilling. Missed opportunity there. I would have loved to see a Dark Rey trilogy. Bring Rey back. What is Daisy Ridley? What is she up to? She needs to come back to Star Wars. Disney missed opportunity. Anywho, Incredibles 2. Oh, no. Yeah, let's go ahead and do Incredibles 2. Incredibles 2 is not my favorite. I know I've already talked about this when ranking Pixar's. It has a weak boss. Villain. Screensaver is not the best villain. And what is the best about this is it's an Incredibles movie, so we're keeping the franchise and IP alive. You get really cool moments of Jack, Violet, and Flash. Man, I think I'm saying his name right. I'm skipping whatever the two siblings are named. But I didn't like the screensaver. I like that you got to see other powers from other villains. That was cool. You're building that world and universe. I can't wait for Incredibles 3. It's probably going to be a $2 billion movie because everyone and their kids are going to go see that because it's the Incredibles. And I hope the story's better. Frozone needs to be more. I want to see Frozone's like, I don't know the age of Frozone in these. I kind of get the vibe he's a little bit older than Mr. and Mrs. Incredible, but I want to see like his grandkids having power. Something crazy with Frozone would be super sweet. That missed opportunity. Let's do that, Disney. Calling it Frozone 3, grandchildren having some kind of powers, and they're not going to be ice powers. They're going to be something cooler. All right. Beauty and the Beast with Emma Watson. Underrated. That's a good movie. That's a good time. And that's a good live action. If you haven't seen that, you are missing out. That might be my favorite live action that Disney's made, with the exception of maybe Into the Woods. And people hate Into the Woods, but if you saw the Broadway show or read the play before, it's really good. And it's got Anna Kendrick in it and Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp doesn't get much screen time as the wolf, but Man, Beauty and the Beast is good. Go watch Beauty and the Beast. It's a good retelling of that story. I think they nailed the character designs as best as they could, and it's got Emma Watson. So that's yeah. All right, is this Iron Man by himself? Because Iron Man, if you gotta say what's the best Marvel movie, if we took Spider-Man out the franchise, just got rid of all the Spider-Man, Iron Man probably would be the first one I would think of. You know, you're basically stuck in there, you're building all this tech, you're rich, and then oh, now you're kind of captured, kidnapped, you're like working for the terrorists essentially, and you have to escape. I It's a great story. It's a great story. I think that is one of the best coming to be stories. I don't know what we want to call that class of characterization, but when the hero's born, right? I think that's probably one of the better ones. But I know we skipped a lot of those stories for some of the other characters because we didn't want to do that 50 times and repeat the same formula. But it's good. All right, Lord of the Rings. I have no clue if this is Two Towers or which one of the original trilogy, but here it is. I love Lord of the Rings and I want more Lord of the Rings, but I will hype up Lord of the Rings. Frodo is dope. I love Sam, Frodo. You know, the fight scenes with the orcs, it's all great. The first few times, few. Now that I've seen it so many times, it's long. If I was to turn it on today, I get sleepy in them. I don't know if that's a I'm getting old kind of thing, but I kind of get bored a little bit on these. There are moments that it is best, it's quotable. Gandalf, some of these characters are some of the best characters of all time, and I want more Lord of the Rings. Rings of Power. I want more. I know you're making another one with the I can't think of his name. The Not the Hobbit. It's not the Hobbit. Whatever we're doing with Smeagol. Is it Smeagol that it's I don't know. Whatever you're doing, the guy that guards the ring, the little gremlin guy. I want more of it. I have never read the books, so maybe that's part of the problem. I take that back. I think I did read the first book, listen to it. I did an audio book of the first book, and there's a lot more in that book than in the movies. And you're like, wow, this really goes in the weeds with some things that didn't need to. Books even more boring. But I'm gonna put Lord of the Rings. It's kind of messy, as much as that's gonna hurt some people because you're gonna look at this list above, and if you ask me any day of the week, you're like, you like Lord of the Rings? I'm like, oh yeah, I love Lord of the Rings. But really, when you break it down and you want to go sit down and watch it today, it's kind of boring and long. It's just long for me, guys. Civil War, kind of messy. Let's just jump right into that one. I remember like the school bus scene, the fight near the school, and it's like, is it Spider-Man focus? Is it Iron Man focus? Like, what is this movie? I didn't like it. It's just not that good either. I think there are some bangers in the Marvel universe, and I think people were hyped about this, picking sides. What's the right path? Where do we do it from here? Wasn't for me. I don't know. Maybe I'm not as big a superhero fan now. I'm looking at this than I thought I was, but I got Spider-Man up top. I'm a Spider-Man fan, Batman fan sometimes, Turtle fan, Ninja Turtles, huge fan. So I like superheroes. You just got to do it right. Aquaman. Aquaman was a good time. It was a really cool way they did the world of Aquaman. I don't know the creative team behind this. Well done. And I also think it's in that time of like we really just started nailing water. So special effects of water were like even cooler. Moana is going to probably have really cool water too. I'm just imagining that right now. Same thing with the second Avatar. Like the special effects for water, it's just cool. We got good with water. Call it what you want to. And Aquaman is Aquaman. He makes sense. Didn't didn't really like the villain. Was it Manta Ray? Manta Ray too much. But I think Aquaman's a good time once through. You go watch Aquaman, you're not gonna be disappointed. All right. So another Fast and the Furious 007 Skyfall. I might have seen, but not enough to talk about. So we're gonna skip that one. And then this is Spider-Man Away from Home, I believe is what it's called. It's the one where they go on the school tour. And is his name Mancito? I don't know. Whatever that villain's name is that uses all the tech and the drones. I liked it. I liked it. I think that was a good. This is gonna have Spider-Man all the time. You might as well put all the Spider-Man in the spotlight, Hall of Fame. That was a good movie. I think the villain was clever. I think the story was clever of how they kind of Peter is a kid, Peter is Spider-Man. Great split, great connection, great motivation. For the villain, it made sense. It's kind of against Tony Stark, everything like that. I thought that fit well. That fit well. I think the ending on that one was a little weird. If I ever not remember, was that the first introductions to Secret Invasion? Samuel Jackson wasn't actually Samuel Jackson the whole time. I have to go back and see the end credit scene. That was kind of a little weird, and that was probably one of the more disappointing Marvel TV shows. I was expecting so much more. You had Emilia Clarke, and it just didn't hit. But anywho, let's go right into it. To Miss Marvel, nah. If you like Miss Marvel, I'll be honest, it's watchable. It's okay. It's good. You could watch it, right? All these movies so far on the bottom you could watch except for Lion King, but it's a nah. And I'm not a Brie Larson hater. I just don't think it's that good. It's not fun. The superhero really isn't that cool, and it's a nah from me. All right, let's jump into it. Is this Transformers just like Transformers 1? Because that's a good time. I can't tell from this picture here. If this is like Rise of the Beast or something like that, I haven't seen it. But if we're going back to Shia LaBeouf, Transformers 1, I want to go watch it right now. I was thinking of that the other day. I want to go watch it right now. Shia LaBeouf, I know you're having a good time in New Orleans. We get it. Have a few drinks. Have a good time. But we need you back as Transformers. So I don't know what you have to do to clean up yourself and get a new role. But I want to see a reboot of Transformers. And I want you to be the main character. Actually, I would like to see a lot of movies as you're the main character because you're a wonderful, talented actor. If you haven't seen Honey Boy, Peanut Butter Falcon, go watch them. I'm going to talk about one of those later in another video at some point. But all right, original Jurassic Park. Saw that again not too long ago. It is good. It is definitely good. I'm going to be honest though. It's aged a little bit and you're going to be like, oh, but it was, the movie of its time. It's generational and everything like that. Casting is great. It is a good time still today. And I think it holds up and it's got that like darker theme to it. And that's what I miss of Jurassic Park is it does feel a bit more of a horror-esque film. I'm going to have to put it a spotlight. You thought I was going to put it as a good time, didn't I? Gotcha. If your name is Hugo, got you. But I got to bump it over Jurassic World or I'd have to drop Jurassic World down. It's by far, without Jurassic Park, there's no Jurassic World. And it's the better movie. Just special effects wasn't as good back then as they are today. But anywho, let's get at it. I can't tell what this is at all. And I don't know that villain off the top of my head. Really interested. Looks like another Transformers, but it's Transformers 2. I don't know. We'll skip it. All right, The Dark Knight. Ooh, I love this movie. The intro in this movie, the first 5 minutes, if this is the one and there's like 17 Jokers running around robbing the bank. Love that. That's probably my favorite scenes in any Batman movie ever is how all these people are the Jokers, quote unquote, and they're just betraying each other, trying to get the final money, and the Joker betrays them all. So good. And that is, I love this Batman series. That's good. Will the new Batman series be that? I don't know. Will we ever get part 2? Probably not. Maybe. Will we get Bold and the Brave? Will that be good? Who knows? James Gunn, what are you doing? Speed it up. All right. Joker as a whole, this movie has got to be weirdly in the Hall of Fame because it makes you feel a way that you shouldn't. And you can only achieve that by a really good movie. If you watch this movie, you're going to feel slightly insane. So if you are possibly slightly insane, do not go watch that movie because you are rooting for the bad guy. And it is dark. It is a very dark themed movie. I don't know why they went with the musical for Joker 2. I have not seen it. I have no plans to go see it. But Joker 1 is good. Is that Joaquin Noman? I think it is. Anywho, whoever the actor is, if it's not Joaquin, great job. All right, man, now I'm really confused. Is this The Force Awakens? I can't tell. I feel like we've already talked about Star Wars enough. We're going to leave it down there. You kind of get my general vibe with 6, 8, 9. They're good. They're not the best. Could be better. Switch it up some. Toy Story 4. If you watch my Pixar ranking, you know where this lands. It is good. And it is a good time. And on this list, and I would still put it as a good time, I would sit down right now and watch Toy Story 4. Is it my favorite Toy Story? It is not, but it is good. And Toy Stories are always good. You can believe it. You get your money on a Toy Story movie. Cannot wait for Toy Story 5. I like the Bo Peep expansion of the story. I like the Woody story. I can't think of the actress's name that plays Louise from Bob's Burgers, but she's the dinosaur and she's like flooring the gas. There's some great movies. Ducky and Bunny, good characters. Duke Kaboom, Love them. Makes me think of Johnny Knoxville. Love them. Great characters, right? All right, Toy Story 3? Is this Toy Story 3 or 2? I don't know where this lands. I'm gonna put that right there at just Toy Story across the board. Good time. You can't even see it, but I'm slotting it over there at good time. So great stuff, right? All around great stuff. But let's get into some of these movies right now. And I didn't realize that Pirates actually made $1 billion. Wow. Really cannot believe that Pirates made $1 billion. I'd have to go back and fact check this. I'm kind of doubting this a little bit myself. We're going to start. They're actually showing That Man's Chest down here, the second one. I'm going to go ahead and put all the Pirates up top as Hall of Fames. Pirates to me is the most watched movie I have ever seen in my life. In the movie, I will go sit down and watch right now. It is so good. If you have never watched the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, go watch 1, 2, 3, and 5. You can skip 4. Yeah, I said it. You can skip 4. Will we get the 6th movie? I've looked into this so many times. This is what seems to be the most truth. There are 3 scripts written. One with Johnny Depp, one without Johnny Depp, and then a complete spinoff reboot with a female dominant cast. I'm going to tell you right now, blend all 3 of those together. You bring Johnny back for most of the movie, not all the movie, and you hire Jenna Ortega as the new lead female role. And you can have the best Pirates franchise ever. You're welcome, Disney. I hope you have a good relationship with Jenna. If not, you need to go get a relationship with Tim Burton because he would be a wonderful Pirates director. Just saying. Anyhow, let's jump back into, is this Rogue One? Rogue One is so underrated. Man, if this is Rogue One, I can't tell from the pictures. Spotlight. Okay, it's not my favorite. It is not my favorite Star Wars movie, but I would say it's number 2. It's number 2. Rogue One is great. You know what's going to happen before it begins because you know where you're at in the timeline. And if you don't, that would be kind of an interesting twist. If you could watch that and have no clue what's going on, would you still like it? I don't know. I can see the flip side too, because if you knew, you might not like it too. But I loved it. I thought it was a great piece of Star Wars history. We know it's fantasy. We know it's fiction. We know it's all man-made. But it's good telling, and it makes sense, and it's emotional as much as I want Star Wars to be. Well done. Well done. Episode 1. Man, I love the first fight scenes. I love the pod racing in 64 pod racing game. So fun. Played that so much back in the day. I think episode 1, 2, 3 gets the most hate. No. It used to get the most hate, and then you did 7, 8, 9, and everyone's like, now Ray's 7, 8, 9 gets the most hate. Episode 1 used to get the most hate, but I remember seeing that in theaters. I think that was the only Star Wars movie I saw in theaters of 1, 2, and 3, and I remember playing that pod racing game. Now I didn't get to see the whole franchise until I was older in life. My wife introduced me to it, but I think I'm pretty certain I saw that one in theaters, but didn't understand what Star Wars was. I just understood what pod racing was. And I was a pod racing fiend, and I loved it. So that one, maybe it's nostalgic for me. I don't really remember the movie, but I feel like I went to go see it. But I remember so well about the pod racing at the time. I've seen it plenty of times now. It's good. The whole Padme story and everything, it's good. Love it. Love it. And you got Ewan McGregor. Yeah, he's probably the best Star Wars character. Use him more, Disney. Use him while you can. He's not gonna stay youngish forever. He's kind of old, but still pretty young. All right, Aladdin. Whew, Will Ferrell's Aladdin. Let's talk about that. All right, so just in case you couldn't see, guys, I did put episode 1 of Star Wars in Spotlight. Aladdin, I'm gonna put a kind of messy, even though I had to go watch it right now. Will Smith, you're not the problem with the story. You did a great, wonderful genie, and I commend you because you had to follow one of the hardest genie follow-ups of all times. I know Robin Williams wasn't a live-action version, but Robin Williams put so much emphasis on his voice, and he put everything he could in every role he's ever had, and you had to follow up with that, and you gave a good spin to that. I just think Aladdin, if I'm going to sit down and watch it, it's kind of the Lion King effect, but a little bit different. I would have watched Aladdin. It's different enough. but I would rather watch Aladdin animated 9 times out of 10. And I think that's where I'm going to say it's kind of messy. I saw bits and pieces of the Aladdin. I don't know if it's actually a Broadway reproduction when you're on the Disney cruise, and it was cool for what I saw. I don't think I got to finish it, but it was cool for what I saw. So Aladdin's a great story. Anywho, Despicable Me 3. All right, I can't believe this is the only Despicable Me in the list. I'm gonna put Despicable Me 3 as nah, and this is why. Despicable Me 1, wonderful movie, creative, great. Started the Minion hype. If y'all don't remember the Minion hype, you weren't alive in the time. Despicable Me 2 expanded the role. You have a girlfriend, makes more sense. It's great. Everyone wants to talk like Gru. Everyone wants to talk like Minions. It's wonderful. Despicable Me 3. I remember being so hyped, ready to go see this. It's going to be great. It's the funniest animation stuff. I don't remember if Minions came out before this or after, but we're going to talk about Minions next. And it's the whole Drew and Gru story, and it did not land for me. Did not work. Didn't like the villainous. I didn't like the connections. I didn't like Despicable Me 3. And that's how I felt about Minions. I think Minions was funny the first 20 minutes, and then it just didn't work. And it burnt me out of Minions so hard that I know Minions is a big box office grab, right? Like everyone talks about Minions it's just free money, right? They make a movie, people go see it. It's not for me. It's not for me. It doesn't work for me. I am interested though in the next Minion movies. I say all this and then I'm like, I kind of want to go see the one where they're gonna make the Minions. And they're not gonna have, your traditional Kevin, Bob, your main three Minions, Stuart maybe. And they're gonna do more like a studio vibe, and I immediately think of Apple TV, Seth Rogen studio, but Minions, and they're filming a movie. I do want to see that. I do want to see that. So I hope my kids enjoy them so we can go see that. All right, Finding Dory. Hall of Fame, am I right? It's Finding Dory. No, it's terrible. Nah, we didn't need this movie. How you made a story and it worked, kudos to you. I didn't want the story. I didn't want Dory being in the leading role. It's cool how you connected the aquarium universe to the ocean universe. It does all make sense, but I'm so bored in it. It does not land like Finding Nemo. Octopus Guy is cool. And that's about all I have to say about that. Skip that movie. At least one of my least favorite. Zootopia. All right. Zootopia 2 was not on this list, so I really want to put this as Zootopia 2. Zootopia 2 is a Hall of Fame movie. Zootopia 1 is not. Zootopia 2 is. And without Zootopia 1, you can't have Zootopia 2. But Zootopia 2, you go watch that movie. It is good. You were going to laugh. It's a great story. A little predictable, but it's a kids movie. Get that. It's an animated movie. But good jokes, good character building, good world building. That's my favorite thing with Zootopia 2 is it expands on that world. And there's so much more. My theory is Zootopia 3 is birds. It's got to be birds or dinosaurs. I don't think it's going to be dinosaurs because of the age we're in, but I think maybe there's a connection of a dinosaur to a bird, and we get to learn about the bird universe. I think I've already talked this in another video, but I want Zootopia 3 more than ever. Would have never said that until I watched Zootopia 2. Go watch Zootopia 2. You're missing out. All right, Alice in Wonderland. Whew, Hall of Fame. I don't know if I'm a huge just Johnny Depp fan. That movie, that is Tim Burton. Yeah, why can't we bring Tim Burton to Pirates? Does he not like Pirates? I don't know. I want Tim Burton, if he has a connection with Johnny Depp and Jenna Ortega, to introduce Pirates 6. Please, Disney, if there's anyone at Disney writing this, send an email up. Get Mr. Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow, Josh Tomorrow. Just email him. I'm sure you got his email. You'll probably get a secretary, but hey, just start that up the chain. Alice in Wonderland's good. The second one's not as good, and I see why it's not on the list. I'm gonna be honest, but the first one is really good. Clever story. Is Helena? Helena's the Red Queen, right? I think she is. And man, it's like literally Tim Burton's friends. I know my wife showed me this. And there's all these movies with Tim Burton directing, Sweeney Todd and all this, and it's like they're just friends making movies essentially. It's really cool. Love it. But Alice in Wonderland is so good. I love the story. It's mysterious, it's curious, it's everything you want from just a simple fantasy little bedtime story. Great job. I've also, weirdly as this sounds, I've listened to Scarlett Johansson reading the Alice in Wonderland, like the original story. It's really good. It's probably definitely for kids, but I was just curious and I listened to it. It's pretty short. Anywho, all right, Harry Potter 1 and the Sorcerer's Stone. I love it. It's a Hall of Fame. It is perfect, iconic, late 90s, 2000s. Was it 98 that Harry Potter came out as a movie or as a book? I have to go back and look. Whatever time frame, this is well done. You put so much effort into practical stunts. You said, hey, we're going to make not even a trilogy, whatever, 8-ology is. 8 movies, same characters, mostly the same cast with a few exceptions due to just life situations. And we're going to tell this story of this coming to age story for this boy that's a wizard. And it is so good. I love Harry Potter. Without the first Harry Potter, Harry Potter doesn't exist, and that's so much of my life. I've seen that movie probably close second to Pirates of the Caribbean. It's probably my second most watched movie of all times. Or I gotta save it. Pitch Perfect's up there too. Love that movie. But yeah, I love Harry Potter. All right, The Hobbit. The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. People don't like The Hobbit. I love The Hobbit. I'm going to put that as a good time. And this is why. The Hobbit, you get all the stuff from The Lord of the Rings. It's a weird, slower story for a shorter timeline story because really you're just going to this mountain. But it's funnier. I love the use of the characters. Hobbit's great. I kind of want to go watch The Hobbit again to make sure I still love it as much as I think I love it because sometimes it's perception when you haven't seen it in a while. You need to go watch it again. Hobbit is on my watch list now, so I might go back and watch some of these movies and then just see if my reasoning change. I'm also surprised that out of this giant list, I think there's only going to be about 3 or 4 that I haven't seen, and one of them is I think I've seen it. I'm just not 100% sure. But man, Hobbit's going to be on my rewatch soon. I need to rewatch Hobbit. I want to watch Pirates again. Oh, maybe even Alice again. Oh, there's so many good movies. The Dark Knight. Oh, man. Anywho, all right, I'm going to put this Batman Dark Knight back beside the other Dark Knight. I don't know if this is the one with Bane or the first one's with Bane, so I'm a little mixed in my head which one I'm thinking about, but I'm definitely thinking about the Joker. Whichever one leads with the Joker is definitely a good time. The other one, it's good. I don't remember any of those being bad. I love the whole trilogy. I'm going to introduce Pirates. Man, is this Order of the Phoenix or the Half-Blood Prince? We're going to pretend like this is the Half-Blood Prince because I'm going to put that as a spotlight. The Half-Blood Prince, I love it. It's the turn of Severus Snape and it's the turn of Draco Malfoy not being bad. It's good. Oh, it's so good. You know, you have this diary, the Snape's diary, and he doesn't know it till the end. Oh, gosh, Harry Potter, give me more Harry Potter. We need more. However, we get that Marauders map story. Please, JK. Please, JK. Just give it to us. Work that out. Figure it out. All right. And lastly, another Jurassic World movie. We've already talked about that. So we're going to leave that down to the bottom and we'll just put Star Wars there as well. I think this is the second Transformers. And about the only thing I can remember over there is the whole debate of which character looks better than Megan Fox as a kid. I don't remember that story too well. I need to go watch the second Transformers. It's been a while. I need to go watch the Transformers trilogy again too. All right. There you have it, guys. So Hall of Fame, Spider-Man No Way Home, the Joker, the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, at least the first 3. Zootopia 1 and 2, we're gonna say that's 2. And Alice in Wonderland and Harry Potter. So guys, out of this list of movies, let me know down in your comments, what's your favorite movies? What would you put down there in your Hall of Fames? And did I miss anything that's not on this list? Because I feel like there's a few movies recently that could have been on this list that have jumped past $1 billion that were really good speaking points that we didn't get to talk about. So if you have a list of those, put those down. Who knows? Maybe they'll make it on the next list. And if you like Fast and the Furious, do you like movies? Who actually supports those? Let me know down in the comments. Hate on me. I don't care. Anywho, guys, thank you as always. Like, comment, subscribe. If you want more videos like this, make sure you check out my Patreon so you can have a seat at the table and have yourself a cup of wonderful coffee. All right. Thank you as always. Later, y'all. Holla.